Good morning, YouTube and Facebook. My name is Jeff Blum, the author of the book It's Across the Answer. It is Sunday, November 11th, 2013, and the title of today's 6-minute sermon is The Dream That I Had. The Dream That I Had. Well, last night I had this dream. I saw 10 safety deposit boxes. It wasn't a bank. It was a very old building. Reminded me of maybe mid 1800s, early 1900s, no later than that. Modern technology for its age, for the time, but nothing compared to today at all. These doors on the boxes were about 2 feet square, all the way around, 2 feet, 2 feet, 2 feet, 2 feet. And on the face of the doors were the combination locking mechanisms, and there was some push button and a little bit of a turning dial and such, but it was very intricate. Inside, all 10 of these doors were open, and inside of each safety deposit box was a lamp stand. Now, I'm calling it a lamp stand because there was no light bulb in it. It just filled the entire box. So I'm asking myself, I know I'm supposed to use this to put something important in. So this was in my dream, of course. So, but there's no room. All it is just a lamp. What do I put in there? Well, if you look in the book of Matthew, chapter 25, verse 1 through 15, Jesus tells a story. And that story is about 10 virgins who were asked to wait for the bridegroom, and that would be Jesus. And they were to carry enough oil with them to burn throughout the night and be ready at all times for the bridegroom. 5 virgins listened. They had enough oil to burn on their lamps, in their lamps, and 5 did not listen. 5 had to go to the store to get more. And while the 5 that went to the store to get more were gone, the bridegroom came. Well, the story goes on to say that the 5 that were smart and brought more than enough, they were invited to the marriage feast. And when the other 5 came back from the store and saw the 5 that didn't need any more oil, saw that they were gone, they went to look for them. And when they came to the marriage feast and knocked on the door, they weren't allowed in. Jesus said, "I do not know you." And the moral to the story, or the parable, is that to be ready at all times, because you don't know what hour the bridegroom may return. Okay, so if truly I am being directed to understand what he is saying in my dream, this parable would make sense, because what I was told in my dream was to use this box for something very important, to put your most important things in here. And according to this story, the most important thing that I need is to always be ready for the return of Jesus. Now, why do I say that to you now? Well, those doors were open. They were no longer locked away. Now, that's a sign for me personally. You don't have to see it that way. I'm still just teaching the Bible right now. And that sign for me is that if that safety deposit box door was open, and the most important thing in it was a lamp, and the only thing it needed was a light bulb, that's a modern day depiction telling me that I better have enough light bulbs ready at all times in my safety deposit box, so that I'm ready for the bridegroom when he comes, or I'm ready for Jesus. It's a fair warning to let me know that if that door is open, then the time of Jesus, his door is open. We don't predict when he comes. But the one thing that we are given as born again believers, children of God, that's exactly what that means. Not everyone is a child of God. For example, you can go out right now to an adoptive agency and no one in there can call you daddy or mommy. because you're not the mommy or daddy. But if you adopt one of them, that one can call you mommy or daddy. Well, that's what being born again is. God can call us, we can call God daddy, father, because when you're born again, he adopts you. Until then, he doesn't have to call you son or daughter. You can't call him daddy if you never were adopted. You understand? And I think to all of his children, he's given a fair warning to each one that the door is open. The time is near. You have to always be ready for Jesus. And the best way to do it is from my last sermon, which is to meditate upon Jesus. He's seated at the right hand of the Father. In that place is, as it says in Psalms 90, is a secret place of the shadow of the Most High, and that's God. You can rest there. You can be assured there. If you're meditating on Jesus, you're exactly where you need to be prepared when he returns. And that's what the moral of the story of the Bible is about.